Hi everyone, I'm David Wallbridge, Associate Director at Harris & Clarke. In this video, we're looking at something that can save projects, budgets and even relationships: alternative dispute resolution, or ADR in the construction sector. We'll explore what the industry relied on before ADR, why it became essential and the main types you'll come across, how they differ, and a simple way to decide which route to take. Before ADR took hold, if you had a dispute, it usually meant going to court through litigation or into arbitration under the contract. Both processes could be slow, expensive, adversarial, and hugely disruptive to cash flow. The big change came in the 1990s. First, the Latham Report in 1994 called for faster, fairer ways to resolve disputes and for better collaboration. Then came the game changer, the Housing Grants and Construction Regeneration Act 1996, better known as the Construction Act. This act introduced statutory adjudication, a fast interim decision-making process designed to keep projects and money moving. Adjudicators' decisions are enforceable straight away, usually through the Technology and Construction Court, even if the decision is later then challenged. Around the same time, the Arbitration Act 1996 modernised arbitration, and the courts began to encourage ADR before full litigation. So, why do we use ADR? There are three simple reasons. They're all very construction. Speed, decision in weeks, not years. Cash flow, keep the site moving, pay now, argue later. Relationships, solving problems without burning bridges. Think of ADR as a toolbox. The key is to pick the right tool for the job, but what tools are available and what do they do? Let's start with negotiation. Negotiation is always the starting point. It's a structured set of discussions between the parties or project leaders. It's the fastest and cheapest option, and one that best preserves relationships. To make it work, go in with a clear agenda, exchange positions in writing, and always record the outcome. Adjudication is statutory. Introduced by the Construction Act, it's the go-to when you have a payment or valuation dispute that needs a quick, enforceable decision. Typically, it runs from referral to decision in 28 days. The outcome is temporarily binding and immediately enforceable, though it can be revisited later. Preparation is critical here. Notices, timelines, a clear case, and solid records are key. Mediation is about control and collaboration. A neutral mediator helps parties work towards settlement they design themselves. It's non-binding until the agreement is signed, but it's confidential and relationship friendly. To get results, you need position papers, know your settlement ranges, where you'll be willing to agree a deal, and very importantly, the authority to settle on the day. Next is arbitration. It's a private, formal process under the Arbitration Act 1996. Parties choose an arbitrator, often an industry specialist. It's flexible but structured, and the outcome is binding, with limited opportunities to appeal. Confidential and final, and best suited for cases where privacy and expertise matter. Expert determination is perfect when you've got a technical or valuation issue. The parties agree on an expert to decide specific questions. Often decisions are binding contractually, so your scope and evidence must be crystal clear. Early neutral evaluation, or ENE, is where a senior neutral, often a judge or arbitrator, gives a non-binding opinion. It's a reality check that can unlock negotiation or steer parties towards the right forum. And finally, dispute boards. These are common on major infrastructure projects. A standing panel follows the project, intervenes early and gives recommendations or decisions. The idea is to avoid disputes escalating in the first place. What are the key differences at a glance? If speed is important, for fast results consider negotiation, mediation or adjudication. Slower solutions would be by way of arbitration. Do you need it to be binding? Arbitration is binding, and expert determination often is also. Adjudication is binding for now, and mediation and ENE only bind if an agreement follows. What level of formality is required? You'll find the lowest in negotiation and mediation and the highest in arbitration. Is it important to keep records private? Confidentiality is strong across mediation, arbitration and expert determination. Adjudication is private, but enforcement in court will make it public. Maintaining relationships. These are best preserved through negotiation, mediation and dispute boards. So, how do you choose the right route? Here's a quick rule of thumb decision tree. Need cash flow urgently? Adjudication. Relationships are key and creative outcomes matter. Mediation. Simple technical question, expert determination. You want a private final decision from a specialist? Arbitration. Mega projects with recurring issues? Dispute board with escalation. Not sure who's right? E&E, then negotiate or mediate. Ultimately, if you do find yourself in a dispute, getting expert advice as early as possible is critical and will help make sure you can choose the correct method and be fully prepared. To make any ADR process effective, here are some key considerations. Know your contract. Whether it's JCT, NEC or otherwise, look at the notices, time bars, dispute ladders and governing law. Build the record early. Keep programs updated, maintain site diaries, track change controls and keep valuations and photographs. Define the question. Narrow questions lead to sharp decisions. Quantify the claim. Link causation to responsibility to quantum. If you're making a claim, you have to be able to back it up and demonstrate the loss or impact. Get the right experts, both technical and quantum, and make sure that they explain clearly. Stay commercial. Model your best and worst alternatives before mediation or negotiation. In summary, ADR exists to keep projects moving. Think speed, cash flow and relationships. Adjudication is the UK's fast lane, enforceable now, arguable later. Mediation maximises controls, the parties own the outcome. Arbitration provides finality in private, and expert determination handles narrow technical issues. The key is to choose the tool that fits the problem. And prepare as if you're going to win, because preparation is half the battle. Well, that's just a whistle-stop tour of ADR in the UK construction industry, where it came from, why it matters, what your options are, and how to choose wisely. If you take anything home from this, it should be that getting the right experts and advice in place as early as possible is really important for success, and making sure you have all the documents, records, and evidence to back up your position. As always, if you'd like any help or advice on this or any other related topic, visit us at harrisonclarke.co.uk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.